Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Gamestah TV. Sorry for that brief delay before we bring you Swiss round number 6 of the Zowie Gamestah Overwatch League. These are two teams that are sitting on 3 wins apiece. Royal Allegiance is actually on 2 wins. Mumble Chocks on 3. And so the Mumble Chocks must win this match in order for them to be considered to make it through to the playoff round on Thursday. This is our last match of the evening, and straight after this match, we're going to be doing the draw for the Overwatch t-shirt. So if you're in the draw, you're following Gamestah TV 1 on Twitch, we'll be doing that draw. You need to be in the channel just for us to do that draw and award the actual t-shirt to you. I'll hand it over right now, though, to Bobby J and GyMaR, who've been your casters all evening. Take it away, Bobby J.
Thank you very much. We Mumble Chocks need this win here, GyMaR, to move on to into the playoffs. So if they get this, they'll be looking pretty good because they're currently 6th at the moment in the standings of our qualifiers.
Yeah, things are looking pretty interesting. There's a number of teams at the moment on 4 wins. And so if they are to take this match out, then they will join those teams. At the moment, Avant-Garde, No Reason Gaming, and Conflip are all on 4. And it looks like 2 or 3 teams will be joining them on 4. And so it really will come down to that tiebreaker score to decide who goes into the playoffs. To really be sure of your place this time, you'll need 5 wins, which we haven't generally seen here. We've generally seen 4 wins to be the main bulk of it, but it's going to be a lot more competitive this time, as we can expect with the quality of teams that we have. So Mumble Chocks are really looking for this one.
Yeah, all the teams came back to play for the last week. We've had teams miss a week here and there, but we pretty much have the whole lineup of our top 15 registered this week. So besides Team Expert, who are looking to either go through roster changes or I don't know what's going on with them, but best of luck to them. I hope they sort their things out because they were awesome to cast over the past couple of weeks. They had some good results, so hopefully they fix things for the greater good in their team. But yeah, we're going to move on now with our last round of the evening here in the Zowie Gamestah Overwatch Qualifiers, week number 5, our final week here with the Mumble Chocks and RA eSports on Hollywood. And GyMaR, you've seen these teams. You saw RA eSports debuted last week. They had a bit of a slow start, but they picked up a few wins last week. So we're looking to finish the night off with a win here.
Yeah, I think last week we saw them on Lijiang, if I'm correct. But they have had a roster change since then, as it appears that Hampy has replaced Miss Marauder. Hampy, I believe, was trialing for Jam Gaming at one point, so it could be a pretty nice pickup there. So I'm interested to see what these teams do. I'm disappointed there's no Torbjorn on the defense. You know I love Torbjorn, and so I'm disappointed there. But overall, I mean, the comp could be pretty interesting. We see the Kree come out on both sides like usual. D.Va on the offensive side. We've seen D.Va be really strong lately. Since the patch, she appears to be the best defensive tank after Reinhardt, because obviously Reinhardt's shield, not much can beat that, but her new and improved defensive matrix really is doing a lot of work on each of these maps. So I'm slightly surprised we're seeing a Zarya rather than a D.Va on defense, but I mean, you got to play to what your players are good at, and that Zarya could do some great ults for all we know, and so we've just got to wait and see. But overall, pretty standard comp on the attack, a bit less standard on the defense, but should still be competitive.
To Mumble Chocks here on the defense, RA eSports on the offense. So we've got Mon, Phoenix, Chivak, Hampy, Pressure, Boyray here for RA eSports, and then Pura, Hades, Capone, Braden, Joel, and Joy Boy for the Mumble Chocks. We had RA eSports entering the archway. Probably going to go around the left-hand side here, GyMaR.
Yeah, it's a nice little way to get a easier path, but they seem to be going high ground. which you can get caught in that choke on the stairs, but luckily they've Reinhardt ult to block that. It looks like we'll be going into a fight now.
He's turning himself around. He's got to be careful. He falls down. Joel beamed in the back there. Braden gets the kill. He got the kill low. There's Joy Boy and Kuro pick up kills though. Also for the defense. Pressure picking up the only kill for RA Esports.
Yeah, coming down those stairs really isn't the best way. I would prefer to see them go all the way around the back and come into the back point. You just end up in a choke there, which is hard to come out of. I mean, admittedly the Reinhardt shield helps, but we saw he had to do a bit of maneuvering with his shield and didn't even end up surviving from it. So really, I'd like to see them go all the way around the back, which I think they might do this time. Otherwise, I think they're going straight onto the point, so this could be interesting.
Pushing on here, going up into that high ground, looking for Capone. Couldn't get a hold of him. Phoenix is there with, they've got Kuras and Zenyatta all pushing themselves out. Joyboy gets a kill. Joyboy gets a double kill. Braden gets a kill also. Pushing on the Phoenix, taking him down, holding the point. Here is Mumble Chocks.
Yeah, they came straight onto the point, but didn't really answer the high ground very well. I mean, they do have a Diva and a Genji that should be able to respond quite well, but they just didn't manage to take control of the cafe area. Cafe area is quite important for the defensive side, so if you can take it off them, a much higher chance of taking the point. Once they're on the ground, it's a lot harder for them to coordinate their attacks and do things like get over the Reinhardt shield. So I'd like to see the team of RA Esports respond a bit better to the cafe and get some picks, but if Mon's going to get picked off before the fight even begins, it's going to be very difficult.
Braden was looking for a kill up there, but he's moved away. Pressure's now got the higher ground with his McCree. Firing away, looking to get that work down that Reinhardt shield, but he's looking pretty healthy there, GyMaR. He's still got RA Esports, get the push in once again. Now they go, dude. They run straight into a Zarya ult though. As soon as they decide to run in, Phoenix gets to run out off just off before he's taken down. Boyre hits that Zenyatta ult, but it's not good enough as the rest of his team's falling around him.
Yeah, I believe the Genji used his Dragon Blade as well. Mon, they're using the Dragon Blade. And, I mean, it didn't really achieve that much. It looked like he was trying to go for a Zarya. Zarya can be quite difficult to kill because of 200 self-shield and 400 health. So really, probably not the best use of Genji's time. Genji works best when you've got a lot of low opponents. You can just give them a slash and a dash, and they're gone and your dash resets and then everything's fine, but it doesn't seem to be the strategy they were using. Probably the team being caught up in that Zarya ult is what caused that, because it means you don't have the additional damage which allows that Genji ult to work well. So that Zarya ult, unfortunate, and Zarya proved me wrong about my thoughts.
Oh, the high ground covered here by RA Esports, but Mumble Chocks didn't let them have that all game. They've kept control of the cafe. So here you go with Trivac is going in there, hits that ult. The ult goes in the opposite direction, gets low on there. Mon picks up still Hades though. So they're still getting kills inside the point, but they get caught inside that Zarya ult. Boyre does heavy Zenyatta ult up. So the Reinhardt ult misses from Capone. Pressure hits that Rhino, but it's just point blank into a Reinhardt shield. He gets taken down.
Yeah, you can't really use High Noon at that sort of range. Doesn't have the charge time. Even if the Reinhardt shield hadn't been there, he would have been eliminated pretty quickly. So I'm not really sure about that usage of ultimates. And RA Esports really needs to get some ultimates up if they want to break this defense. There are it's two, soon to be three ultimates up for the defensive side of Mumble Chocks. So they really need to get some ultimates on the offensive side. Hampy's about to have his Lucio, but they really need either a Soldier ult or a Reaper ult or a High Noon just to come, but they're coming fast around this back of the point. Could be what they need.
20 seconds to go. Here they go, charging in with that Lucio ult. And then Lucio also popped here for Mumble Chocks with the sound barrier. The Zenyatta ult down as well. Looking for pressure. They corner him there. Brain gets a kill on him, and Capone gets another kill on Boyre. Capone gets a double kill here, showing that he is a boss. One of his first name's Al, because he's just shooting them up here. Well, he's not shooting them up. He's got a sledgehammer, but you know that ruined my Capone reference. So I'm sad, Mumble Chocks. But they get the win here in defense, so.
Yeah, RA Esports just never really broke the cafe holds.
And just never got in, but Joy Boy gets the Plantronics play of the game here on the Mumble Chocks. Holding up here on the cafe, and This is why they didn't break it, mate. He's just hitting those high noons and destroying other high noons, mate. He's controlling the clock.
We even see the updated right click come into play. I mean, 16 kill streak, 16 eliminations. That is just insane when you have players not dying. And the reason he wasn't dying is Capone was just standing with the shield the whole time. It was hard to break. And yet, I saw a number of times the diva of RA eSports, I can't remember the name, would fly up only to back out. And you really want to be displacing that Ryan if you achieve nothing else. If you can do a little like U-turn with your flying at the top of the cafe and knock the Reinhardt off the top, that frees you up to kill the carry, which has been Joyboy on the McCree. And killing the carries, we've seen in a number of games. We saw Apathetic carrying, we saw Hakady carrying. Killing the carries is a good way to stop these sort of teams.
3 seconds remain before it unlocks here in the mirror on the Zowie Gamestah Overwatch Playoffs week number 5, our last round of this evening here on Gamestar TV 1. We've also still got that giveaway happening right now, so go !TEE to be in the chance to win yourself a Overwatch t-shirt in the raffle, drawn by none other than Chrisis himself at the end of this match here this evening. So stick around for that. Make sure that you click follow, because if you haven't followed the stream, unfortunately, once the raffle's been drawn and you are the winner, you're not following, then you'll not get the t-shirt. So Elias can tell you all about it. So go @Elias in the chat, he'll let you know. But funny enough, he did win last week though, GyMaR. So
yeah, I was talking to him when he didn't win, and he was distraught. So make sure you're following the stream. Luckily, he did win last week, as you said, and I believe my name got called, but I was in bed, so I couldn't pick up the tee. So luckily, my sleep helped Elias get his t-shirt. But I mean, I'm liking the defensive setup here. I mean, we've got pretty mirror to the last setup, so maybe they're going to try something good. Joyboy and Kura, I believe, are trolling on the Bastion and Torbjorn, and yes, they are. Tracer and Zenyatta coming out. That Tracer could do some work though. I mean, we've seen Joyboy do a lot of work on Cree. If that Tracer can get around and get some picks, then maybe this could open wide up.
We got Tracer going all the way. So is the Tracer, what? Yeah, is the Tracer going all the way to the other side with Joyboy. The rest of the team are going up to the guts, looking to get onto Phoenix, but he shifts away though. Tracer's still disrupting the team here at the back, so he's got the Reinhardt's attention, so this gives you a good time to push in, and that's what they do. Getting on top of Mon, he's been caught out, he's fallen down. The Reinhardt's now caught out, he's all alone, he charges in desperation, but he falls down. He takes another Reinhardt with him, that's Capone, but they're going to cap this anyway though, GyMaR.
Yeah, and I think the real difference was that Tracer was causing such a distraction, a number of players looking to the side, they just weren't ready for the push of Mumble Chocks. And when a push comes on and you aren't ready for it, you're not going to be able to defend against that push. So we saw quite a convincing take at that point there. We saw some quite good discipline from Mumble Chocks. When they didn't get the initial pick, they sort of held back for a bit and went in when RA eSports weren't ready. So it looks like they're going to be able to take this out so long as they can finish the map.
Capone jumps up, but he gets knocked off, so he's off the top of the high point. Joel's up there though, he's looking for a kill. Kura ends up finishing it off though. Pressure gets the kill on Joel. Kura does the double kill on Zenyatta. Zenyatta's doing the work tonight as Capone gets flashbanged by Pressure. He's been taken down. Pale is still moving on here, GyMaR, as teams are just looking at each other from the high ground. Joyboy's is jumping back off, so only Hades is on the payload and they haven't got onto him.
Yeah, we talked about taking down carries, and the pressure on the Kree has been really strong. Outshined last half to be true, but really, you can't afford to not kill players like that. And Mumble Chocks are making that mistake, and they really need to be getting picks on them if they want to be able to complete this push.
High Noon was just used there for Mumble Chocks, but they had the Reinhardt showed up here, RA eSports, and they didn't let it through.
Yeah, that's the power of the Reinhardt shield. That's why teams, you'll generally find them running a Reinhardt. It blocks a lot of ultimates, blocks Diva ultimate, blocks Kree ultimate, blocks Soldier ultimate. There's not many that will get past The one ultimate that doesn't block, much to my disdain, is a Genji ultimate. He can swipe straight through, which I hate because it means the Genjis can kill me, but what can you do?
Well, you can cry. That's what I do. And then we have the shield up from the from the Winston put up here, up on top of the saloon. They're gonna look for some kills and go in. I haven't just decided to just yet. The Reaper teleports up from Braden. He gets up there. Here we go. The Lucio ult, the Genji ult. They're ready to go into the back line. So Boyre hits his Zenyatta ult. Holland's here for the front line. Chivak. He hits his Reinhardt ult. They go down, but they got another Zenyatta ult here. But they've already picked up 3 kills here. Mumble Chocks. So they're going to go in with Phoenix being taken down by Braden. Here's a double kill. Cura is in the back line there with Winston. They're inside the studio. I didn't get to see the studio fight there much, GyMaR. So did you see what was happening inside the studio?
No, I didn't. I was watching Chivak on Reinhardt. Really just trying to stay alive, but it ultimately wasn't enough. He kept his shield up the whole time, but he really needed to be swinging his hammer, and he was caught completely unawares from behind by a Reaper and really just got killed very quickly. Joyboy, though, seeming to be the flexible player. We saw Tracer on the first third, Genji on the second, and now back to Tracer, so let's see if he can pick up some kills.
Joyboy doing some work, as you say, dashing around here on the left-hand side. Braden was upstairs as well, so he's looking to go flank them. He's going down the right-hand side, getting ready to go in. Here he goes. He's right in the middle of them here, but he shifts out because his team wasn't there with him. But the payload's moving up ever so slowly, GyMaR.
Yeah, it's moving up slowly, but Reinhardt seems to be overextended. That's really going to punish him. Once you discord an overextended Reinhardt, you get an extreme advantage. And so I think it'll be a relatively simple push from here on.
Yeah, they're pushing up nice and fast here. Joel, Braden, Joyboy. Joel with a double kill though. It's going to, and they're not going to get to the point. And we have Mumble Chocks picking up a nice clean win here.
Yeah, it was a very nice push. I mean, they took all the 3. The second point, that was stalled for a bit, but ultimately they had enough time, so they finished the map.
Braden gets your Plantronics play of the game here on his Reaper. Shout out to Braden. Look at all the people on fire here for the Mumble Chocks. He gets that nice point-blank Death Blossom. Didn't see him coming out the door.
Yeah, the Reaper just really got a nice flank on the Reinhardt. In fact, he was hitting the Reinhardt for a long time while that Zenyatta ult was up as well. But you can't really kill someone while the Zenyatta ult's up unless you kill them in one hit like a High Noon. So Reinhardt stayed alive, but that Death Blossom really just making the difference.
So it was really difficult for RE eSports. They were under a lot of pressure in that in the second half, because in the first half of Hollywood, we saw them unable to break the defensive hold of the Mumble Chocks.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure put on you when you fail your first few fights on that first point. I've had a bit of experience. Whenever I've failed to capture that first point on the first few fights, the team suddenly gets disheartened because the pressure's suddenly on. What if we don't capture it? And that's the issue with Hybrid. I mean, it is a point to capture rather than just a payload to push, and you got to capture if you want to win.
And with that time, it's time to select our Plantronics MVP for the match. The nominee will be going into the draw to win one of 3 Plantronics Rig 500 HD 7.1 gaming headsets. GyMaR, who is your nominee for round number 6 on Hollywood?
There were a number of players that played quite well, and I want to give a special shout out to Capone. His Reinhardt really kept his team alive, but there's only one person that the MVP can go to, and that's Joyboy. He made the difference for his team. He was the carry. We've seen a lot of DPS carries tonight. His Tracer distracted them, his Genji distracted them, and his Kree destroyed them. So I think the MVP will have to go to Joyboy.
Congratulations, Joyboy. You picked up GyMaR's MVP nomination, Plantronics MVP nomination, but we have drawn to a close here. All the rounds have been completed. We're going to bring your one and only sheriff of Gamestah, and that is Chrisis. He's going to join us right now. So we're going to be going through the rankings, Chrisis, and then we've got our raffle. So and the mugs as well. So we've still got a bunch of things left here to do before we wrap up.
Yeah, so that was a very fast game on attack, and I definitely agree with that Joyboy MVP awards. I gave him a little bit of love with the camera, and Absolutely, he took out the Mercy almost straight away when he got round the side on attack, and after that he was just a pain, hassling the Zenyatta as well. So did a great job. And then when they got to the parking lot area, it did almost the same thing under more difficult circumstances. Kept on zipping across the road from one side to the other, took out the Mercy, and basically from that point it was all over. Well, we've got on screen right now the current standings, and we're still waiting for some results to come through, so we can't really call it just yet. So why not do the raffle draw right now? So I'm going to close the raffle. We've got 35 entries tonight, which is fantastic, and hit the draw. And of course, it goes to Bobby J. But Bobby J, you can't get it, mate. You work for GameStar.
So, you're a bad man.
So we've got to draw it again, and it is the MVP winner, Joy Boy, who picks up the Overwatch T-shirt. So not only does he go into the draw for the Plantronics Rig 500 HD at the end of the league finals, but he's also going to pick up himself a little bit of swag from GameStar in the way of a T-shirt. So Joy Boy, make sure you jump onto our Discord, send me a private message, and let me know what your real name and your address is, and then we will get a T-shirt on its way to you. Now, Biza, you've been doing the the tweeting and watching the retweets. Have you got somebody for us to award a coffee mug to?
Look, I kind of got two. Can I do two?
No.
No.
No, we've only got one. We've only got one this for tonight, and one for the playoffs. So if we gave away two tonight, we'd have none left.
There'll be nothing for the playoffs. Yeah. Maybe we don't give anything away today. Nah, I'm joking. Well, look, there was two standouts, but one to me seemed to be pretty happy on the tweets, and he'll know who I'm talking about when I say he tweeted from two accounts. That's how keen he was. Gamgetter. Mate, all yours.
All right, fantastic. So Gamgetter, you need to jump onto our Discord channel, or you can send me a private message. Send GameStar TV1 a private message on Twitch as well if you don't have our Discord details. And provide me with your real name and your postal address, and we'll get that coffee mug on its way. Of course, you get to choose the hero and exactly the name that you want on there. So if your in-game name isn't Gamgetter, you're welcome to have a different name on there and your choice of hero, and we match up the colors and everything like that. Fantastic offer, thanks to an anonymous donor. So that's pretty cool coming through. Now, we've spent a little bit of time. Let's just see if we can refresh the brackets and see if we've got everything completed. We're still waiting for Trident eSports and OCE Gaming to complete, Chiefs eSports versus Coinflip to complete, and Avant-Garde versus No Reason Gaming still needs to complete as well. So if we have a look at the coming up in just over a week, well, a week and a half, we're going to have the league finals, ladies and gentlemen, right here on GameStar TV1. It's going to be on Saturday, the 6th of August. The first quarterfinal starts at 12 p.m. AEST on GameStar TV1. And we are going to be bringing you every single match from the single elimination league finals. Massive best of 5 matches, all 4 quarterfinals, both of the semifinals, and then the grand final that will determine who walks away with the Zowie eSports monitors. Both of the first and second place winners are going to get monitors from Zowie, but the first place winners, they're going to get 28-inch monitors. It's just that. And if you've not had a 28-inch monitor, I'm telling you, once you've got one, you will swear by it and never look back. The second place winners, of course, they'll get 24-inch eSports monitors, and those are nothing to be sniffed at all. 1080p of absolute beauty, and you've seen some of the specs that have come through, or the features that have come through in the ads that we've played tonight. So let's return to the brackets, and we'll just throw to you again, Bobby J. So far this evening, what's been your highlight match?
My highlight match was, man, probably Chiefs and Avant, because that was really close, with Avant almost winning on the first half, and then we saw Chiefs hold on and just like dig deep, and I like seeing teams dig deep, and then we saw them overcome adversity, and they just came in and just took the game away in like 3 minutes and 50 seconds or something like that. It was a ridiculous time, and we just saw them smash them, and they're both like 4-0 and 4-0. So I'm really happy that the Chiefs have come through and dealt with their roster issues, and they're looking nice and strong coming up into the playoffs on Thursday and the finals next week.
So just while we are killing a little bit of time, in fact, I think we might have, no, we don't have all of our results. We've got to go to 6. But Biza, can you get a Discord invite and just put it into the Twitch chat? We welcome anybody to...
I'm way ahead of you, mate.
Thanks, mate. We welcome everyone to our Discord server, ladies and gentlemen. So if you want to come and hang out, we often have viewer games and that sort of thing. And we hit up the lobby frequently just to get people to play with and that sort of thing. So come on into our Discord channel. And of course, when we do giveaways, when we need to communicate with you, collect information like your PayPal account so we can pay out your winnings or send you stuff, well, we need you in Discord so that you can give the information through to us. Who are we waiting for? Trident Esports and OCE Gaming are the last two teams that have to complete. And just having a look at it, guys, neither of those two teams are really in the running right now to make it to the top 4. So if it's all the same, I think we can turn to the results and we can announce the 4 teams that are going through into the playoffs this week. And that is, firstly, Chiefs Esports Club, secondly, Avant-Garde, thirdly, the Mumble Chocks, and fourth, and probably a surprise to some, I think, No Reason Gaming, going through, taking up the last qualifying spot for the playoffs.
Wait, do we have it's Trident and OC going?
Yeah, that's it. That's the way it is. No Reason Gaming, absolutely proving that they can get in the top 4. Fantastic work by them.
Oh, I'm just confused because I still had a game that hasn't been played yet.
Well, the thing is
it doesn't count.
Yeah,
okay.
The thing is,
it's down the bottom.
It will count for their own league points, but it's not going to affect the result for tonight because, well, I suppose maybe in the tie-break situation, because we do have a couple of tie-breaks there, so there might be some effect there. That said, it's been completed now, so we'll switch back to the results. And no change there. Chiefs, Avant-Garde, Mumble Chocks, and No Reason Gaming go through. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a fantastic evening of Overwatch here on Gamestah TV1. A huge shout out once again to Zowie for sponsoring the Zowie Gamestah Overwatch League, putting forward cash prizes for the first place team tonight, $120, and every week. Sorry, not tonight, for the playoffs. Every week, $120 has come from Zowie for those first place prizes, and of course the esports monitors that they've put forward as well. Huge support for Overwatch in the region. We are going to be back on Thursday, ladies and gentlemen, with the final playoffs, and there are 3 bonus points to be earned there. There are some teams who could pull off a miracle and get themselves into the league finals by earning 1 or 2 of those bonus points. It would be a tall ask for anybody to beat Untitled Spreadsheets at the moment, and that's why we've put a $100 bounty onto the heads of Untitled Spreadsheets. And if it doesn't get won this week, we'll move it over at $50 to it the next week. And at that point, we start tempting Untitled Spreadsheet to throw. And they might actually throw just to get the money by agreement. But then they'd have to throw in the league finals, which probably won't happen, right?
Probably not. Not when there's those glorious prizes up for grabs.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. We'll upload the VODs to our YouTube channel. They'll be available sometime tomorrow. It's been a fantastic time. Before I close off, I want to do a special shout out to our 2 admins tonight, Squizzy who has been looking after the lobbies, entering the scores, communicating with players in Discord. Aside from the start, which was really actually my own fault and not Squizzy's, tonight has run very, very smoothly thanks to Squizzy's involvement. So thanks, mate, for doing that. And of course, Biza in the Twitch chat and doing
Like
the
always.
tweeting. That was fantastic work from you. Thanks, dude. Bobby J and GyMaR, a great job again. And we look forward to having you on the stream again with us, ladies and gentlemen, for the playoffs on Thursday night. Make sure you do not miss it starting at 7:30. This is Chrisis and the Gamestah crew signing out.